I spent 32 years building Martinez Construction from nothing. My son thought he could take it all in one conversation. What he didn't know was that I'd already called my attorney 2 weeks ago. Let me back up. My name is Robert Martinez. I'm 63 years old, and for the past 3 decades, I've poured everything into my construction company. Started with just me, a pickup truck, and a toolbox my father left me. Now we've got 40 employees, contracts across 3 counties, and a reputation that means something. My wife Elena died 4 years ago. Breast cancer. The last thing she said to me was, "Take care of our boy, but don't let him take you for granted." I didn't understand what she meant at the time. I do now. Our son Michael is 35. Good kid growing up. Smart, athletic, popular. Maybe that was the problem. Everything came easy to him. Elena and I made sure of it. Private school, college paid for, new car at 16. We wanted to give him what we never had. After college, Michael bounced between jobs. Marketing, sales, real estate. Nothing stuck. He'd start with enthusiasm, then lose interest when the work got hard. Elena worried. But I kept telling her he'd find his way. He's young, I'd say. He's figuring it out. Then he met Vanessa. She walked into our lives 3 years ago at Michael's birthday dinner. Beautiful, polished. The kind of woman who knows exactly how she looks in every room. She worked in luxury real estate, she said. Drove a leased BMW. Wore designer clothes I later learned were knockoffs. Elena saw through her immediately. One night, about 6 months before she died, she grabbed my hand and said, "That woman is going to hurt our son, and she's going to try to take what we built." I told her she was being paranoid. I was wrong. After Elena passed, Michael and Vanessa got married. Quick ceremony. Just immediate family. Vanessa cried at the funeral. Said all the right things. I wanted to believe. She cared. They moved into a condo downtown. Vanessa complained it was too small. Michael started asking me about the company. "How's business? Dad, what are the profit margins like? Have you thought about succession planning?" I should have seen it coming. Last month, they showed up at my house on a Sunday morning. I was having coffee on the porch, going through the week's invoices. Michael looked nervous. Vanessa looked determined. "Dad, we need to talk," Michael said. I set down my coffee. "Okay. What's going on?" Vanessa spoke first. "Robert, we love you. You know that. But we're concerned about you." Concerned. That word made my stomach tighten. "Concerned about what?" I asked. "You're working 70, 80 hours a week," Michael said. "You're 63 years old. That's not healthy." "I'm fine. I've always worked hard." "It's not sustainable," Vanessa said, her voice dripping with fake sympathy. "We think it's time you stepped back. Enjoyed your retirement. You've earned it." I looked at my son. "Michael, I'm not ready to retire." "You don't have to retire completely," Vanessa said quickly. "Just step back from the day-to-day operations. Let someone younger handle it." Just there it was. "Someone like who?" I asked, though I already knew. Michael wouldn't meet my eyes. "I've been thinking. I could take over operations. I've watched you run this business my whole life. I know how it works." I almost laughed. Michael had visited the office maybe 5 times in his entire life. He didn't know the difference between a load-bearing wall and drywall. "Son, you've never worked a day in construction. You don't know the business." "I can learn," he said. "And Vanessa has business experience. Together, we could modernize things, expand, maybe franchise the name." Franchise, my construction company. These people had no idea what they were talking about. "I appreciate the offer," I said carefully, "but I'm not interested in making changes right now." Vanessa's expression hardened. "Robert, be realistic. You're not getting any younger. What happens if something happens to you? The business falls apart? Don't you want to protect what you've built?" "I've got insurance. I've got a succession plan with my management team." Your management team? Vanessa's voice rose. They're employees. They're not family. Michael is your son. He should inherit what's rightfully his. He will. When I'm ready. When he's ready. When he's ready. When I'm ready. When he's ready. When I'm ready. When he's 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 ready. Michael leaned forward. Dad, Vanessa and I have been talking to a lawyer. My blood ran cold. And we think the best thing would be to make me partner now. 50-50 ownership. That way, if anything happens, there's continuity. It protects everyone. I looked at my son. Really looked at him. When did he become this person? This stranger, sitting in my dead wife's favorite chair, trying to take what I'd built with my bare hands. No, I said quietly. No? Vanessa stood up. Just like that? No discussion? There's nothing to discuss. This is my company. I built it. I run it. End of story. You're being selfish, she said. Your son is trying to help you, and you're throwing it in his face. I think you should both leave now. Michael stood, his face red. Dad, please, just think about it. We're not trying to push you out. We're trying to help. Help yourselves, you mean. That's not fair, Vanessa snapped. We're trying to secure our future, Michael's future. Don't you want your son to be successful? Not by taking what isn't his. Vanessa grabbed her purse. Fine. But you should know. We've already talked to an attorney about our options. Michael is your only heir. If you're not competent to make sound business decisions, we can petition for conservatorship. My hands clenched. Get out of my house. We're just looking out for your best interests, she said sweetly. Think about it. We'll be in touch. They left. I sat on that porch for 2 hours, hands shaking, mind racing. Conservatorship. They were going to try to declare me mentally incompetent, so they could take control of my company, my life's work. Elena was right. She was always right. That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept seeing Vanessa's smug face, hearing her veiled threats. At 3 a.m., I went to my office and started going through the company books. Martinez Construction was healthy, profitable. We had contracts lined up for the next 18 months. Equipment paid off. Minimal debt. Everything I'd worked for. Running smoothly. And they wanted to take it. The next morning, I called my attorney, James Brennan. We'd worked together for 20 years. He'd handled my business contracts, my will, Elena's estate. Jim, I need to talk to you about something. In person. We met that afternoon at his office. I told him everything. The visit, the threats, the conservatorship talk. Jim's face was grim. Bob, I'm going to be straight with you. Conservatorship cases are hard to win, especially if you're clearly competent. But they can drag on, cost money, damage your reputation. Even if they lose, the process itself can be hell. What do I do? Document everything, every interaction. If they threaten you again, record it, get witnesses, and start thinking about protecting your assets. How? We have options. You could put the business in a trust. You could sell it. You could bring in a neutral third party. As a partner, the key is making sure that even if they somehow got conservatorship, they couldn't access the company. I left Jim's office feeling sick. This was my son. My only child, and I was having to protect myself from him like he was a stranger trying to rob me. The following week, Michael called. Dad, can we talk? Without Vanessa. Just us. Hope flickered. Maybe he'd come to his senses. We met at a diner near the office. Michael ordered coffee, barely touched it. Dad, I'm sorry about how that went at your house. Vanessa was out of line. She was. And so were you. I know. He stopped, rubbed his face. We're in trouble, Dad, what kind of trouble? Financial trouble. Vanessa's real estate income isn't what she said it was. She hasn't closed a deal in 8 months. And I lost my job at the marketing firm 3 weeks ago. My heart sank. Why didn't you tell me? I was embarrassed. I'm 35 years old, and I can't get my life together. Vanessa kept saying, if we just had some capital, we could start something, build something, be successful like you. So, you thought you'd take my company? Not take it. Partner with you. Michael, you don't make me proud by trying to steal from me. His face crumpled. I wasn't trying to steal. I was just Vanessa said you'd be happy to have me take over. That you were probably looking for an exit strategy anyway. Did she? Or did you convince yourself to believe her because it was easier than admitting what you were really doing? He didn't answer. Son, I would have helped you. If you'd come to me honestly, told me you were struggling, asked for a job, asked for a loan, I would have helped. But you tried to manipulate me, threaten me, use my age against me. The conservatorship thing wasn't my idea. That was all Vanessa. But you went along with it. Silence. I can't trust you now, Michael. I can't have you in my business. I can't even have you in my life right now. Dad, please. I think you should go. He left. I sat in that diner booth for another hour, coffee going cold, watching people come and go. Normal people. People whose sons didn't try to take everything from them. That night, I called Jim Brennan again. Bob, are you sure? That's a big decision. I'm sure. Martinez Construction means nothing if my own son is willing to destroy me for it. Find me a buyer. Someone who'll keep the name, keep the employees. I'm done. It took 3 weeks. Jim found a regional construction firm that wanted to expand. They loved our reputation, our contracts, our team. They offered fair market value and guaranteed jobs for all my employees. I signed the papers on a Tuesday morning. Martinez Construction was no longer mine. That afternoon, I called Michael. We need to talk. Come to the house tomorrow at 2. He showed up with Vanessa. Of course he did. They sat on my couch, looking expectant. Vanessa had that predatory smile again. So, have you thought about our proposal? She asked. I have. And I made a decision. And? Michael leaned forward. I sold the company. You could have heard a pin drop. You what? Vanessa's voice was barely a whisper. I sold Martinez Construction. The deal closed this morning. You can't do that, she shrieked, jumping to her feet. That's Michael's inheritance. You had no right. I had every right. It was my company. Michael's face was white. Dad, why? Because you tried to take it from me, son. You made me choose between my life's work and my own safety. So, I chose a third option. I sold it to people who'll actually appreciate it. Vanessa was pacing now, practically shaking with rage. This is elder abuse. You're clearly not in your right mind. We're going to fight this. Good luck. I've been evaluated by 3 different doctors. All confirmed. I'm completely competent. Jim Brennan made sure everything was documented. You've got nothing. What about us? Michael's voice cracked. What are we supposed to do? What every other person does. Get a job. Work. Build something of your own, instead of trying to steal mine. Vanessa grabbed her purse. You're a selfish old man. Michael deserves better than you. Michael deserved a father who taught him the value of hard work. I failed him there. But I'm not failing myself anymore. They left. I didn't stop them. The next few months were strange. I had money now. More than I'd ever had. The sale had made me comfortable. I could retire, travel, do whatever I wanted. But the house felt empty. The days felt long. I missed the work. I missed having purpose. I started volunteering at Habitat for Humanity. Turns out, old construction guys have useful skills when it comes to building homes for families who need them. The work felt good. Real. Like I was building something that mattered again. Michael didn't call. Neither did Vanessa. Then, about 6 months after the sale, I got a call from an unknown number. Mr. Martinez? This is Detective Sarah Chen, with the Fraud Division. We need to talk about Vanessa Hartley. My stomach dropped. What about her? She's been arrested for embezzlement and fraud. Multiple victims. We're building a case. Your son's name has come up in our investigation. I met with Detective Chen the next day. She showed me the evidence. Vanessa had been running scams for years. Fake real estate deals. Convincing people to invest in properties that didn't exist. Forging documents. She'd stolen over $200,000 from various victims. Is Michael involved? I asked. We don't think so. He seems to have been a victim too. I should have felt vindicated. I didn't. I just felt sad. 2 days later, Michael showed up at my door. He looked terrible. Unshaven, hollow-eyed, thinner than I'd ever seen him. Dad, can we talk? I let him in. Made coffee. We sat at the kitchen table. The same table where Elena and I used to have breakfast every morning. I'm sorry, he said. For everything. You were right about her. About all of it. I heard about the arrest. She used me. Used us. I was so stupid. I wanted so badly to be successful, to impress her, to prove I wasn't a failure, that I let her convince me to do terrible things, things that hurt you. I know. I don't expect you to forgive me. I don't forgive myself. But I needed you to know that I'm getting help. Therapy. I got a job at a construction supply company. Entry level. Loading trucks. It's honest work. I looked at my son. Really looked at him. For the first time in years, I saw the boy I'd raised. Not the entitled man he'd become, but the kid who used to help me in the garage, who'd hand me tools even when he didn't know what they were for. That's good, son. That's a start. I know I destroyed your trust. I know it might take years to earn it back, if I ever can. But I want to try. I want to be someone you can be proud of again. My eyes stung. I thought about Elena. About what she'd want me to do. It won't be easy, I said. Trust takes time to rebuild. I know. I'm willing to put in the time. No handouts. No shortcuts. You want a relationship with me. You earn it. I understand. And you get your life together. Really together. Show me you've learned something. I will. I promise. We sat in silence for a moment. Then I asked, You said you're working at a supply company. Which one? One. Morrison's. Over on 5th Street. I nodded. Morrison's was good people. I'd worked with them for years. They treating you okay? Yeah. The work's hard, but honest. I'm learning a lot. Good. Keep at it. That was 8 months ago. Michael calls me every Sunday now. Tells me about work, about therapy, about the studio apartment he's renting. We're not where we were before all this. Maybe we never will be. But we're somewhere. We're trying. I still volunteer with Habitat for Humanity. 3 days a week. Building homes. My hands know the work so well that I don't even have to think anymore. Just measure, cut, build, create something solid, something real. Last week, Michael asked if he could join me on a build. I want to learn, he said. Not because I want something from you, just because I want to understand what you love about this work. We spent a Saturday framing walls for a family of 4. Michael was terrible at it. Hit his thumb with the hammer twice. But he kept trying, kept asking questions, kept working. At the end of the day, the site supervisor, an older black man named Curtis, who I'd known for years, pulled me aside. That your boy? Yeah. That's Michael. He's got a long way to go. But he's got heart. I can see it. Yeah, he does. Curtis clapped me on the shoulder. You did good, Bob. Took guts to sell your company and start over. Took even more guts to give your son a second chance. I watched Michael cleaning up tools, actually putting them away properly for once. And I thought about Elena, about what she'd said. Take care of our boy, but don't let him take you for granted. I'd done both. Finally, The drive home, Michael was quiet. Then he said, "Dad, thank you. For today, for not giving up on me completely. I'm your father. I'll never give up on you. But I won't let you destroy me either. That's the difference now. I get it. And I'm grateful." We drove in comfortable silence. And for the first time in years, I felt something like peace. My company is gone. My wife is gone. The life I planned is gone. But I'm still here. Still building. Still trying. Still teaching my son, even now, what it means to earn something instead of expecting it to be handed to you. Some lessons come too late. Some come at a terrible cost. But they still matter. They still count. So, and sometimes, just sometimes, you get a chance to rebuild what was broken. Not the way it was before, but maybe, if you're lucky and you work hard enough, into something even stronger.